parents. I just saw a video about this, and it had literally never occurred to me that no one is talking about. We have not heard from or seen footage of anybody other than Erika and the freaking vice president and Usha anywhere involved in the situation.
It all started with a sound no one expected. Dave Chappelle's voice, low, steady, and deadly serious, filled a packed comedy venue in Nashville. He stepped up to the microphone, didn't crack a single joke, and said something that made the room go completely silent. They didn't just lose faith in her, he said, they erased her. Cameras rose, phones flickered, and within minutes, the internet was ablaze. Everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. Erika Kirk, the widow of conservative firebrand Charlie Kirk, once the symbol of loyalty and grief for an entire movement, had vanished from the family's inner circle. But Dave wasn't finished. Leaning into the spotlight, he added, Charlie's family didn't cut her off because of scandal. They cut her off because she lied to them, and the FBI helped her do it. That single line broke the internet in half. Shaky videos flooded TikTok and Twitter, and the story quickly became unavoidable. People were stunned. What lie could have been so severe that the Kirks, the people who built Charlie's empire, would want her gone? At first, many dismissed it as gossip, the latest rumor in a long line of public drama. But insiders knew something deeper was unfolding. For months, whispers had floated through private fundraisers, church circles, and conservative media boardrooms that Erika's relationship with Charlie's family had quietly collapsed. She wasn't just out of the family, she was banned from all official Kirk Foundation events. Sources close to the Chappelle team said Dave hadn't planned to mention Erika that night. But earlier that week, he had received a flash drive, the Phoenix Drop, filled with recordings, text threads, and financial documents allegedly connecting Erika to off-the-books legacy fund transfers made after Charlie's death. Among the documents was an email from a Kirk family address stating simply, "You're not family anymore. Stop using his name." Dave didn't have to name her. By sunrise, the internet had pieced together the 2-year-long efforts of the Kirks to quietly erase Erika. She had been completely cut off, her trust privileges revoked, foundation access frozen, and all future memorial involvement cancelled. The same family who had once cried with her at Charlie's funeral had now quietly turned their backs. Erika's social media accounts erupted. Fans flooded her latest posts with questions and accusations. Why did Charlie's parents disown you? Dave exposed you. What did you do? Erika didn't respond herself. Her management issued a vague statement, "We will not respond to unverified claims made by a comedian seeking attention." But the fragments of Dave's leaked material began surfacing, posted by anonymous accounts. Emails appeared between Erika and private bankers discussing memorial funds redirection and federal agreements. A text with an unnamed consultant read, "His family doesn't understand what's really at stake. They think it's about money." The implications were chilling. One of Charlie's longtime aides later told a podcast, "The Kirks found out too late." Charlie's mother was devastated. Erika was working with people who were supposed to protect him. After that, they stopped answering her calls. They locked down everything. Dave followed up with more claims, saying Erika wasn't exiled for drama but for betrayal. She allegedly knew the systems that eventually destroyed Charlie, and instead of opposing them, she joined them. The story split the internet. Some defended her, citing her grief and sudden rise in influence. Others sided with Dave, citing her suspicious silence and the sudden control over powerful donors. Financial documents later leaked suggested untraceable transactions labeled legacy recovery internal recompensation, millions transferred to shell companies connected to a federal contractor under investigation. If true, Erika hadn't just lost trust, she had allegedly acted against the family. Charlie's death, once thought to be tragic but ordinary, now looked suspicious. Erika, who had publicly mourned with composure and eulogized Charlie with a trembling voice, never once used his name in private. She referred only to "my husband, the leader, the light." Auditors found irregularities in foundation finances, missing assets, falsified invoices, and consulting fees tied to her private trust. She reportedly said, "You don't understand. This goes higher than you." That was the moment Robert Kirk decided to cut all ties. The story reached Dave Chappelle, who turned from comedian to exposer. The leaks weren't just about money, they revealed a covert operation entwined with federal oversight. Erika had access to encrypted files from Charlie's estate and the foundation, making her a key figure not just in family betrayal, but in a national security scenario. Dave dropped the first clip on his private Telegram channel, titled Legacy Call. Wave. Erika's calm, confident voice was heard discussing transfers, security, and federal oversight. A male voice answered, "You did what you were told. Now secure the legacy account before his parents find out." Dave emphasized, "She said the FBI contract. Now tell me how this is about grief." The second clip exposed Robert Kirk's fury. "You used our son's death to fund your games. We trusted you," he shouted. Erika's voice broke as she whispered, "I was trying to protect him." Questions erupted online. Who was she cooperating with? The FBI? Private contractors? Independent journalists began connecting dots: private meetings with unnamed federal agents, a security compliance grant to Erika's foundation, and unexplained transfers. By morning, the Kirks issued a public statement for the first time: "We mourn the loss of our son and the betrayal that followed. Legal action is being pursued against all involved." Erika vanished, but then reappeared in a carefully produced video titled The Truth About Dave Chappelle. She portrayed herself as a grieving widow, yet halfway through, her live stream was hacked, overlaid with a recording of herself saying, "You don't understand. This goes higher than you." The clip spread globally, and hashtags like #ErikaExposed and #CharlieDidn'tDieForNo became trending topics. The FBI subpoenaed Erika for unauthorized access to federal materials. Meanwhile, Dave resurfaced with a video titled Charlie's Real Legacy. Holding a single black and white photo of Charlie, he warned the world, the Kirk family didn't cut Erika off to punish her, they did it to protect themselves from her. If true, Erika Kirk was not just a widow. She was the link between the family, federal power, and a system that silenced the man she loved. The leaks had detonated, revealing a scandal that spanned grief, betrayal, money, and national security. The world watched, divided, uncertain where loyalty and treachery truly lay. When Dave held up that photo of a man whose face was half covered, the entire internet paused. Dave said this was the person Charlie had been secretly meeting before he died. He stepped closer to the camera and added something that left everyone stunned. "The government said Charlie died in a car accident," he explained, "but this man, Agent Keller, is a federal contractor. His name shows up in financial records tied to Erika's foundation. He also approved the grant that moved money out of Charlie's account 3 days before the crash." Dave placed the first picture down and revealed another document stamped with the words Polaris Level Access. He explained, "This Polaris program isn't a rumor. It's a government-backed digital influence system the FBI used to push certain messages through social media, especially through religious and political influencers." According to Dave, Charlie discovered he was being used as one of those influencers and had planned to expose it. Dave said Charlie recorded everything and stored it in a hidden digital vault he called the Iron Vault. Erika, instead of guarding it like Charlie expected, allegedly gave outsiders access. Dave claimed that was the reason behind Charlie's accident, and why Charlie's family later cut Erika off completely. Then came the biggest shock. Dave played an audio file no one had ever heard. It was Charlie, sounding weak and frightened, recorded just days before he died. "If anything happens to me," Charlie whispered, "check Erika's emails. The foundation isn't what you think. And if the FBI gets to her first, the truth dies with me." His final words were, "Tell them it wasn't an accident." The internet exploded. Social media timelines filled with panic and disbelief. Crowds gathered outside federal buildings demanding answers. And in the middle of the chaos, Erika suddenly vanished. Her home was empty, her phone wiped, and her car found near a private airfield. Rumors flew: had she escaped, been silenced, or placed into government protection? That same night, a message appeared on Dave's channel: "The truth doesn't disappear. It uploads itself." Moments later, a massive file called Iron Vault _recovered started appearing online. Before the upload could finish, the feed was taken down by a federal order. A warning flashed on the screen: "Erika is in custody. Do not continue." Then, for just 1 second, another message flickered: "They're not protecting America. They're protecting her." By sunrise, the world wasn't questioning whether the story was real, they wanted to know how deep it went. Fragments of the Iron Vault leaked everywhere: emails, reports, names of influencers labeled as control assets. At the top of the list was Erika. News outlets scrambled to keep up. Churches divided. Public figures panicked. And Dave Chappelle vanished. The truth was spreading too fast to stop. Every attempt to delete the files only made them multiply. People realized that Charlie's final message was coming alive exactly as he planned. And even though authorities were trying to bury everything, the world had already seen too much. The story was no longer just about Charlie, Erika, or Dave. It had become a fight over who controls truth itself.